Trevor Bauer was alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman, Lindsay Hill, in mid-2021. However, he was never criminally charged. Pasadena police investigated, and in February 2022, the LA County DA declined to file criminal charges, stating there was insufficient evidence. However, MLB still issued a major suspension under its domestic violence, sexual assault, and child abuse policy. Bauer was suspended 324 games starting April 2022. An independent arbitrator later reduced it to 194 games, after which he was cleared to return. He was reinstated, but he was never re-signed. And very recently, on June 3rd, a judge ruled that Lindsay Hill, had violated their 2023 settlement agreement by making public claims and ordered her to pay over $300,000 to Trevor Bauer. So although he's technically eligible, a lot of players seem to hate him. I remember the lore that he played with Garrett Cole. He was just kind of a strange guy. But does that mean he should be permanently banned or blackballed from MLB?
This is a complicated one, you guys, right? So we're talking about a guy whose name is a headline before he even gets to be a human being again. I've gone to Reddit too to read a little bit of the commentary because, Reddit is like the new Bible, if I can say that. So in behavioral science, we call this like a frozen identity loop. That's how I see Trevor Bauer, right? He's a person who keeps getting judged by his past version of himself, no matter what he does now. So I believe there was even an update that, there was a defamation case against the woman. I'm not diagnosing from afar, and I'm not saying whether he's guilty or is he a good person. Those are not for us to judge. But in terms of the fact that it seems like his personal life and his behavior, whether it be like actually violent or just he didn't play the game bureaucratically or what have you, he seems to have become blackballed. And yet, as evidence, like you said, from his YouTube and around the world, he pitched perfect games in Mexico and Japan. And apparently he even said he would come back to the MLB for free, which is probably a little tongue in cheek because I think there's a minimum salary. But it does seem like he wants to come back and they won't let him back. And so it makes us all ask the question, what is the responsibility of these organizations? I mean, if he was really a danger to society, that's one thing. But apparently our justice system carried out the justice, right? They felt that whether he did something or not, it was completed. And so now he's still basically being punished. And that is my maybe controversial opinion at this time with the information that I have.
Mr. Vaughn, what are your thoughts on this whole controversial situation?
I agree with what she said. I think part of it is, though, too, the clubhouse is so important when you play a sport, right? I mean, you're around these guys more than you're around your family and gals because, you have staffs, whether they're, the psychologists or whether they are, work in the training room or on the coaching staff. So guys, females and males, you want to bring in people that can adapt and continue to make your clubhouse better. Because it is a family. And I don't know the kid. I think my youngest son played against him. My oldest son played against him. I just heard he wasn't a very good guy. But that's just perception that I've heard. And then you also have the public opinion too now. When you have these types of claims, and do you really want people boycotting or standing outside the stadium and calling in and, raising this kind of, bringing this type of attention to your team? It's one thing if he's a good guy, you might be able to
maneuver him in there.
Yeah, but when you have a lot of guys that don't necessarily get along with him or adore you, I mean that might be tough to handle. So, it's hey, who am I to say? I mean,
so there's collusion. If they don't like you, if they think you're going to be a problem, you're not getting a job. You're not coming, or they're going to put you at the last of the bench until you prove yourself that you're not a problem within our organization.